Plenty of restaurants to sample and wineries to visit. Or else you can take a ride on the Grapevine Vintage Railroad. For the flippers, word on the auction grapevine is there's a house up this way scheduled for demolition. It's 1,160 square feet of profit potential. But here's the catch. Construction of a new house on this plot of land starts in 2 weeks' time.
I just love this Grapevine area. They have a bunch of really neat older homes. They do. I think it's going to be awesome. I hope it's going to be awesome.
It is a nice day in Texas, good hot summertime. I'm at Grapevine. I'm going to win a house at auction. And then to celebrate, I'm going to load up the family, the wife, and kids. We are headed to the lake.
We really need to go after this house if it's in good shape. I'm
ready for an auction.
You're ready for something. Maybe the loony bin.
Hey,
that's kind of cute. So far, so good.
Good, clean roof line.
Not too big.
It's nice and open space for Dad to pull it out. I like this.
Kind of cute, low silhouette.
I love that front window. Look at the size of it.
Big one. This is right up our alley.
Mm-hmm.
So the siding seems to be
Not evil.
in decent shape.
Yeah, good lap siding. Fresh coat of paint, good to go.
All the same original windows.
Okay.
That's positive.
It's definitely an add-on. Look how small those eaves are compared to those eaves.
Oh, good eye.
There's a room that's either got to be cut and moved, or I think just cut the thing off, scrap it out.
It's not a high-pitched roof. There's no dormers. Because what do they say? This is like a 2-week turnaround?
We have 2 weeks to get it off this lot. If not, we get penalized.
Okay.
It's normal for sellers to have a penalty clause. That way we can get the house moved out so construction can start.
And 2 weeks should be plenty of time. Good thing our dad moves all our houses.
Hey.
Hi, Tony.
How you doing? Hey, ladies. Y'all think you like this house?
It's cute. It's not too big. The load looks good, right? It's not.
No. Low silhouette.
Y'all good luck on this one.
All right. See you, girl. See you at the auction. Are they not cute?
I kind of like it, Casey.
How hard is the move?
Close to the lot, really.
$1,500.
900 to 1,000.
Okay.
All right.
I can go with that.
Blow them up.
I'll take it.
We've got those big jobs that we can't put off unless we get this at a steal.
I love it.
I do too. I really want to get it.
I say we go in strong.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to today's auction. Up for bid today, we got a beautiful baby boomer, but you got 2 weeks to move it. Penalties apply. $100 bid. One, I'd get a one, I'd get a two, I'd get a three, I'd get a four. Four in the back. Now 5 to you. Five, I'd get a 5, 6. Now 700. Now 8. 8, I'd get a 9. 900 where? 9, I'd get a 1,000. I'd get a 1,000. I'd get a 1,000. 1,000. Now 11. 11, I'd get a 11. I'd get a 11. I'd get a 11. Now 12. 12, I'd get a 12. I'd get a 12. Now 15. Now 13. How about that? 13. I'd get a 13. I'd get a 13. I'd get a 12. 15. Before we go, my friend. 1250. I'd get a 1250, and I have sold it. Sold it. $1,200. Sold it. $1,200.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Look at this doorbell.
Ooh, I like the floors.
There's no holes in the walls.
This house is in good shape.
This is fantastic win. Cute bathroom. A good sized bath. I mean,
This is workable.
bedroom number
Georgie.
1. Hardwood floors in the bedroom.
Everywhere. They're everywhere. This house is so much older. You can tell that there's no plywood. All the closets, everything is real wood.
Wood.
This was a steal.
Yes. All right. So we have 2 bedroom, 1 bath.
And a kitchen. The cabinets are good.
I love that everything is wood.
I know.
You can't beat that.
No. Everything's fixable. Can sand it, paint it. Dad is going to be super happy.
Oh, we have a garage. Let there be light.
The steal of a house has profit written all over it. Although the add-on will have to go, the garage can be converted into more living space. The bedrooms are a decent size, and so's the bathroom, kitchen, and living room.
This house is awesome.
Just up the highway from Grapevine is the upscale town of Westlake. There's some big houses out here, and tucked away behind one of them is this 920 square feet barn-like utility building, and it's going up for auction.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one. It's a great area.
It has grown so much.
Everything's changed, up and coming. We'll see.
I didn't drive out here today for nothing. I don't know who's going to show up to this auction. They better bring their money today. That's all I got to say.
Heck, the sound I live for is the singing auctioneer, and the end of it saying sold, sold, sold. I know how to buy it, he knows how to sing. All he has to do is say sold when I raise my little hand.
I don't even know if this is a house.
That's a shop or something.
More of a barn versus a house?
Looks like it.
It's cute.
Those doors are awesome.
I bet you more than likely that's sitting on a slab. That means you'd have to put a floor in that rascal. That's going to cost some money.
Seems like an easy move, close to home for Dad.
There's no trees.
Pull it right out.
Well, siding looks like it's in pretty good shape. I guess structurally it looks okay.
Hey, stranger.
Hey,
You talking to yourself?
yeah, I might as well be.
Does it look like a house?
Well,
Or some kind of like
it almost looks
shotgun
like a
shack?
chapel.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
Shotgun shack.
Shotgun
Yeah.
shack, yeah.
Lone Wolf.
What do you think about this old house?
Well, from the first thing I'm seeing, I'm not interested at all.
Hey, whoa. You just got here. Come on.
I know.
Stop judging a book by...
Katrina, it's sitting on a slab.
I understand what you're saying, but...
It's a lot of time and money. It's going to take time because first we got to jack the house up in order to build a subfloor. And it's going to cost money because in the flipping game, time is money.
I really need you to just focus on the positive here.
I'm trying. Probably just some big open room.
Is that a bad thing?
I guess a blank slate's not a bad thing.
Exactly. So if this was a garage, it means there's probably no plumbing.
Or insulation?
But, I mean, this stuff's in good shape.
That's actually OSB. That's good siding. Hey, insulated windows. And that's a good timberline shingle right there. That's a laminate shingle. That's not cheap.
See? I think this is a really cool structure.
I wonder what, it's like a crime scene or something?
Yep. You're going to spend a lot of money flipping that rascal, changing it into a house.
I'm coming around to it for sure. I'm just scared of the...
I get your initial concern, but to me, there's so many other things that are positives here that we usually spend money on.
Right, I'm beginning to see that the positives are starting to outweigh the one negative right there.
I'm intrigued by the doors. Maybe it's empty. Maybe that means we can make it whatever we want to make it. You just don't know. But those doors, you want to see what's behind the doors?
All right, we'll bid, but low budget.
Like what?
Thinking 600.
7,
7. I'll go 7.
8.
What? Okay.
8 max.
I want to be competitive and I want to win the house.
All right,
That's where I want to be.
rock and roll, let's get it.
Auction time, auction time, auction time. My name's Stacey. I am your auctioneer today. Appreciate
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we got this.
Who's going to start me off? Y'all tell me. Do I have an opening bid? $100. I'll take it. $100 bid now, 50 now, 50 bid up now, 50. $200 bid now, 50. $250 bid now, 3 now, 3, 3. $100 bid now, 50. $350 bid now, 4 now, 4, 4. $100 bid now, 50. $450 bid now, 5 now, 5, 5 now, 5, 5. $100 bid now, 50. $550 bid now, 6 now, 6, 6. $100 bid now, 50. $650 bid now, 7 now, 7. Put it up now, 7, 7. $100 bid now, 50. $750 bid now, 8 now, 80. Put it up now, 8. It's your turn. $800 bid now, 50. $850 bid now, 9 now, 9. Put it up now, 9. $900 bid now, 50 now, 50. Put it up now, 50. Your turn. $900 bid now, 50 now, 50. Put it up now, 50. Hold on, last call. $900 bid now, 50 now, 50. Put it up now, 50. Sold. $900.
We can tell who's doing the bidding that time.
Good job, y'all.
There's a wait to see what's behind there and what y'all do with the plan.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all came.
Bye. Woo, that feels good. Wow.
Ding-a-ling. This is great.
There's a wall.
I was thinking this thing's going to be completely wide open in here. What I'm looking at here, structural-wise, 2x6 Raptors, that's good. I mean, 2x6s versus 2x4s, they just got a lot more backbone to them. The roof's not going to sag, doesn't need bracing, so you can keep this all open up here.
That is so cool. So we can literally kind of follow the roof line,
Absolutely, yeah.
which is going to make it feel so much bigger.
They've already started insulating, which means maybe this other half has already got insulation. Looks like somebody just kind of ran out of money and gave up on this project.
This is so cool. Hey, it only gets better.
Check this out. Got a loft up there.
Oh, that's cool. Casey, this is perfect.
Oh, I'm loving what I see. Other than
Big,
this
open,
stinking concrete floor.
but we knew that, so it's not a surprise.
No, it's not a surprise.
Here's the cool thing, like what I'm seeing now, we have so much versatility in this space. This is so cool.
This barn-like building is one big blank canvas with just one internal wall, few windows and doors, and a loft.
Okay.
Definitely hit a home run on this one.
For sure.
But-
For sure.
First things first, we got to get all this stuff out of here in order to build a subfloor.
Building 900 square feet of subfloor won't be cheap. About $3,000 in materials alone.
We got to pick this thing about 12 to 18 inches off the ground, and then we'll start building floor underneath it.
To lift the building, the wall lining needs to be removed, so the bolts, which hold the walls onto the concrete slab, can be removed.
We'll get this dude unbolted and start getting our jacks up under it, driving wedges, and then we'll get this thing ready for Katrina to come build the subfloor.
The building needs to be jacked up evenly to prevent cracks from forming in the walls or roof.
Man, you got to do this inch by inch, which eats up a ton of time. There are no shortcuts here. I love the sound of the creaking. That means she's coming up.
Lifting the house 18 inches takes Casey and his crew more than half a day. Once it's high enough, it's over to Katrina and Bill to build the new subfloor.
Almost there.
Gary's girl's house, meanwhile, is going nowhere fast. Gary's in town, tied up on another house moving job.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what's going on?
You got a minute?
Sure.
All right.
Look what we won.
We found a good one. Hardwood floors, wood trim.
Siding looks good.
But there's one catch. We have to have it loaded and moved in 2 weeks.
I don't think I get to it for the next 3 weeks.
Dad, there's a penalty if we don't get it moved.
I'm working downtown right now, and man, our next 3 weeks is pretty filled up.
3 weeks?
Yeah. You thought about calling Mark Hitchcock?
No, sir.
No.
Just call Mark. I talked to him the other day. I don't think he has a lot going on. He could probably get to it.
It's not a bad idea.
I hate for it not to be you, though.
We got to get it
Okay.
done.
We'll call Mr. Hitchcock.
Sounds good. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
we'll do that.
All right, y'all take care.
Thanks, Dad.
Love
Love you.
That's Mark.
Mr. Hitchcock?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Paige, Gary Snow's daughter.
Yeah, how you doing, Paige?
I have a question for you. We got a house that's located in Grapevine. It's about 1,100 square feet, and we're looking to get that moved, and
Okay.
we're kind of in a bind. We have a 2-week deadline to get the house moved. We didn't know if by chance you were available to help us out. We're kind of in a bind. We have a 2-week deadline to get the house moved. We didn't know if by chance you were available to help us out.
Well, Paige, I don't know if I can get to it that quick or not. We got about a month's worth of work on the books right now.
Oh.
I don't think we can get it in the next 2 weeks.
Calls to Randy and Casey are also met with a no-can-do. So this flip is rapidly turning into a flop.
I can't believe this is happening. This is $1,200 we're about to lose.
Plus the $1,000 for being penalized for not getting the house moved.
Katrina!
Before Casey and Katrina's barn can be moved, the subfloor has to be finished.
It is looking good. I'm ready to load this dude up.
Well, as soon as we finish the other side, you can load it up.
What do you mean, finish those, son?
I mean, we're pretty much done over here.
I thought you said in a day we could knock this dude out.
Maybe tomorrow afternoon, we could get it loaded up to move the next day.
How about that? Remember the customer I got in South Texas? I'm gonna be gone
That's
a
this week.
Hey, problem solving is what we do. Here's the deal. If you can finish the subfloor by tomorrow morning, that will give me enough time to get it loaded up, moved in the afternoon, and I can make it to South Texas on time.
Okay, deal. I've been confined in these walls all day, and
So have you been thinking on design?
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, I have a lot of general concept stuff. If you're going to be gone, let's go ahead and knock it out right now.
Rock and roll.
That way I can get started as soon as...
I'm excited. See what you got.
Okay. Let's start here. So, we have this big, huge, open, gorgeous space.
Right.
We have a door here. This is going to become our front door. Okay?
Okay.
So when you come in the front door, I want to keep all of this big, open, cathedral, exactly like what you're seeing. Okay?
Love that.
It's all about an entertainment space.
Like a bunkhouse or something?
Bunkhouse, exactly, bunkhouse style. So this area over here, and this is going to become your kitchen. Okay?
Okay.
We are going to put a window in to bring in some light.
So the sink would go right here.
You would think that, right? So we're not going to do that.
What we always do.
Exactly. So let's switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to build an island. In the island is going to be your sink. So
you can still see what's going on.
Exactly.
That's freaking awesome. What about the loft over here?
It stays. I think it's great storage. We can maybe build something that blocks it all.
Doors or something on it?
Doors would be perfect. Yes. Leaving all of this space completely open, you can accommodate a lot of people, right?
For sure.
So, on the other side of this wall, we need to be able to accommodate a lot of people sleeping too, right?
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. This door stays, and we add a door.
What does this door go into?
The bathroom. In here, we're going to have a great size bathroom, and then we'll have a closet.
That's a huge selling point. In any structure you have, you can never have enough storage.
Exactly. I'm trying to maximize sleep space, okay? So I'm thinking we put a full-size bed, and then maybe we can build some kind of custom staircase that goes over to a bunk bed. That's really going to maximize our sleeping space in here.
I like the idea, but it sounds a little pricey to me.
It could be pricey, but it'll be worth it.
So here's the plan. The barn will be converted into a vacation bunkhouse. The hole in the wall will be filled in, creating an island kitchen and living area. The loft will stay where it is. And on the other side of the wall, there'll be a new bathroom and closet, a sleeping space for 5 people and custom-made bunk beds, and large double doors opening up to the outside.
Okay. These big doors you're so concerned about.
You're not doing away with these doors.
The doors are kind of a sweet spot for me, too. They're definitely a statement in the building.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
If we are kind of cabin feel, maybe even out on a lake, those things stay open air most of the time.
Maybe like a porch or something out there?
Huge deck out here, entertainment area, everything just overflows.
That is cool. I'm on board with that.
The following day, and Katrina's team has finished the subfloor in time for Casey to move the house. The barn's already up on blocks, so getting it onto the beams is simple. But it's still 45 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 15 feet high. And even for experienced movers, that's still a big load. With the barn finally on the renovation lot, there's no time to lose, converting it from a barn house to a bunkhouse.
So I really want to make sure that we get this closed in. I really want to get that window cut and sealed in. We've got to get all of the rest of this plywood off so we can insulate.
Right on.
It's like you've done this before.
Gary's girls haven't had as much luck moving their house. 2 weeks after they bought it, there's nothing left but a construction site ready for a new house to be built.
Okay, who's now in charge to make sure Dad can move stuff before we buy something?
Yes, duly noted. Yeah, we need to call him first before we put anything down, or at least have a mover ready.
Y'all, for real, it was gorgeous.
Including the $1,000 fine the girls have to pay, that there's a $2,200 lesson in the flipping business. In the week Casey's been away, Katrina and her team have been hard at work. Some of the walls had already been insulated, saving cash and time. And as soon as a new kitchen window is in and the internal walls have gone up, it'll be time for the drywall.
I'm very impressed with how much got done while I was away.
So this is the bathroom. So let's get,
hold on.
So this is the bathroom. So let's get,
hold on. We're in the bedroom, and you got to go to the bathroom, which means you're going to have to walk into the living area to get to the bathroom. It takes a long time, especially if you got to go really, really bad.
Well, don't be dramatic, but...
What if we put a door right here?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. In order to not take any additional space out of there, maybe we could do like a pocket door.
It's actually not a bad idea. I have one of those in my house, and it does save space.
Okay, so that'll be good. I think that's a perfect resolution.
Pocket doors can be tricky to build, but Katrina and Casey have done plenty of them before, and this one doesn't take long.
Stand back and take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one to you.
What do you mean, give it to me?
I mean, I missed it. It makes so much sense, though.
That's why we're a team.
That's right.
The big opening in the wall's been framed up, but here's the challenge. While matching the old siding is easy, matching the trim around it takes experience.
Here's my concern. I mean, if we're just patching it, you can tell where they've nailed everything in and they had trim pieces around the opening. But I don't feel like we can just patch the hole. We're going to have to take it up and take it off.
Definitely, we need to cut a straight line right across here.
Okay.
And then bring the plywood all the way to the top and get that trim board off on both sides. Be good to go.
And it's the right way to do it.
Cool, cool. Let's get started.
Once the top trim has been taken off, voila, the matching siding can slide right in.
One more piece and we'll be set.
This looks just as good as the stuff that was on it previously.
It's just like it.
But the inside still has a long way to go.
Let's see.
Starting with the floor.
What do you got going on over here?
This is a test.
For?
I'm thinking about finishing OSB with a stain and a poly stain or something to be the finished floor.
This stuff is green.
When we laid the subfloor, I haven't thought of this yet. So we're going to go on top of this with a fresh, new 1/4 inch OSB.
Okay, I'm trying to keep an open mind here, but we typically go with laminate, hardwoods.
Again, typically, I think it's time to stay outside the comfort zone. Let's do something different. You're going to walk in and go, what? Oh, hey, that's pretty cool.
Engineered particle board is normally used for subfloors, but Katrina's idea of staining it and using it as floorboards instead of using laminate will save over $2 grand.
When you see the budget, you will love it.
Ching-a-ling, I'm on board with it.
Secure and sturdy. Good.
Big panels of particle board can be laid down a lot quicker than laminate, saving a huge amount in labor costs.
We need these nice and tight right here because we're gonna stain and seal these dudes.
The whole floor is down in just a few hours. Now for the loft.
All right, guys, what we're going to do right here, for storage, we're going to keep this loft right here. But instead of having it open, I want to build a wall all the way across right here and then have 2 big, nice doors right here in the middle so you can gain access. But, you know, from standing back here, you don't see all your junk up there.
Sounds good.
10-4.
Downstairs in the bathroom, holes in the floor, a bathtub, and pipes and wiring in the walls prepare the fit out before drywall and tiles. For the loft doors, Casey's using his own design initiative.
Katrina is going to love this.
He's making them out of OSB particle board instead of plywood, so they'll match the floor.
What are you doing?
I'm building doors. Well, sand, stain, and seal just like the floors.
I'm so proud of you.
I knew you'd love it.
But I think that might be too much. OSB, I was kind of thinking that we could make those doors out of cabinet grade wood. I think that might be too much. OSB, I was kind of thinking that we could make those doors out of cabinet grade wood.
So we're still going to make some doors, but just out of cabinet grade plywood.
I mean, it's not all a loss. We have a great template. I do love the effort. I love where you're going with it. I think you are coming along nicely from the design aspect. Exactly.
Winner.
It's going to look great.
When a space is open with minimal doors and windows, insulation and drywall go up fast. It's progress all around, and it needs to be because there's a kitchen to install.
Voila!
Cabinets.
Cabinets.
Perfect. This is the island, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the tongue and groove, and it's going to wrap the front
Horizontally.
and the sides, correct.
Sweet.
And then the center island sink.
Okay.
The kitchen is going to feel nice and balanced, with all the cabinets and the island being symmetrical.
That looks good.
Dang right it does. You got a color picked out for you yet?
I do.
In the bedroom and bathroom, Katrina's working out the color scheme.
It's going to look great. That's a very lake house, cabin-y, earthy feel. I think they're going to work.
While in the kitchen, the plan is to use a splash of color.
This is a primary accent that's not only going to be painted on our cabinets, but it's also going to be painted all of our custom bunk beds and the huge 8-foot doors in the back.
That is what I'm talking about right there.
I won't paint this all because I know that we need to come in and caulk it, but I just want you to see how gorgeous this is.
Oh my goodness.
This copper red will also go all over every cabinet and all over the outside. You see classic red barns everywhere in America, and for good reason. A few centuries ago, farmers made their own paint using rust. That red color then simply became a tradition.
How goes it?
I'm just getting this last piece put down.
The cement board on the bathroom floor sets a base for the tiles to be laid on.
That's perfect timing.
What have you got?
I can't tell you.
The suspense is killing me.
Turn around, close your eyes.
These tiles are something different.
Holy moly.
Believe it or not, they're ceramic tiles.
I cannot get over how far they have come with these products. I mean, it actually looks like wood.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Tons
right?
of character.
And we're going to do the same brick lay and go ahead and run it around the showers as well.
I'm telling you, you have knocked it out of the park with this.
In the living areas, the OSB floors are going to need some work to make them look good.
I see you got some OSB here.
Man, I got a mess on my hands right now.
Yeah, we've come across this before, and it's not a real big deal. We have a machine that's 220, so it pulls a lot of power, and it'll cut everything off. I mean, anything as far as you got the paint, it normally cuts right through that. You got these black lines and all the printing that they put when they manufacture it. Well, we can cut all that off.
Sounds like you're the man for the job.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Unlike hardwood floors, the OSB boards are rough, but they're no match for professional sanding machines. These things eat OSB for breakfast, screws and all.
OSB has a great pattern to it, so it's going to look great once you put stain on it.
The stain looks very dark when it's first applied, but once it's dry, all the detail in the OSB will shine through. With the dark floors and red cabinets, a light-colored countertop will give the room a lift, just as long as the sink fits in okay.
I'm just worried about this cut right here. The sink is too large for this area.
Look, our cut is here, but our sink is only really 16 inches deep. It'll fall.
Okay.
Measure twice, cut once. Yep, you know where this is headed.
All right, ready? Drum roll. And
Well,
all right, ready? Drum roll. And
well.
Turns out the hole's the right size.
maybe.
It's the sink that's the wrong size. Nothing that a pair of pliers won't fix, though.
Yes. Sing-a-ling.
The marble backsplash is the same alabaster color as the walls to tie the whole room together. Same goes for the copper red and the door trims. And what does every family bunkhouse need?
Dude, these things are gorgeous.
Custom-made bunk beds. The bunk beds aren't your standard beds with steel ladders. These beds have a custom-made stairway to make it nice and easy for the little ones. More of the Barnhouse copper red, and these beds are good enough to dream about.
Man, that is turning out nice right there.
The journey from barnhouse to bunkhouse is nearly done.
Do you have another brush?
Yes, I do, conveniently. Here.
Some crate-style boxes will add a little rustic shelf space.
So it's really more storage, but we're going to make it, classy, and it's going to serve a purpose. You're on the home stretch, my friends.
If Casey and Katrina are going to sell the barn as an appealing family bunkhouse, then it has to feel like a family home filled with family furniture. Family-sized appliances slide into the big family kitchen. And a family-sized heating and air conditioning system slides into the living room. A few pots of greenery make the barn feel at home in the outdoors. Then it's up to the house inspector to check all the switches for glitches. After a few last-minute adjustments,
sweet, looks awesome.
It's time to see if the buyers like what they see.
This pellet here, this red,
Makes it just look like a real nice barn, you know?
It's new, but it's all look.
The barn had good bones and only needed one section of siding and one new window. Including all the paint, the exterior came to $2,800.
The space was very nice. It was a nice open floor plan. You just walk into the door and it just flow right into the house.
Keeping the whole space open meant there was no structural work inside.
Using these crates like these was a smart idea.
Yeah, I agree. They match everything. They're movable if you wanted to rearrange them.
The sink and the butcher block out away from the wall so that plenty of people can access it from all around. People that need to wash their hands won't get in the way of the oven, and they really thought that out.
The kitchen cabinets, island, countertops, tiles, and fixtures came in at $4,200.
The wood floor was amazing. After I found out what it really was, I thought I was walking across hardboard, you know. I can't remember any time I've ever seen a stained OSB floor like that.
The living space was as cost-effective as they come. The new floor, insulation, drywall, paint and loft space came to just $3,400.
Wow. I love the use of this tile. I've never seen anything like that.
In the bathroom, a new tub, vanity, toilet, and those wood grain ceramic tiles cleaned out the budget by nearly $4,000.
This house is ideal for me, for the kids to have a lot of playroom in their bedroom.
The bedroom needed an internal wall, plus insulation, drywall, and paint for a total of $3,800.
Those bunk beds are awesome. I like the way they're built.
The custom-made bunk beds have a custom-made price tag of $2,250.
You could tell those weren't bought at your local hardware store and just installed. The craftsmanship was just too good. And the well-thought-out small steps for the children, you know, you'll never find that anywhere else.
Casey and Katrina bought the house for $900. Building the subfloor, then moving the house cost just over $7,000. Remodeling costs of nearly $22,000 means they'll need nearly $30,000 before this barn-like bunkhouse is making hay. There's good interest in the bunkhouse, but one of the potential buyers is really interested.
I'd like to make you an offer. I know there's an auction, and I totally will be participating in that, but I just want to throw it out there. I'll give you $34,000 today. In cash, done.
Oh, wow. That's great. Let me go talk to Casey about it. Is that okay?
That's fine.
I just kind of need to mull through it.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
Sure.
In case it was an
okay.
option.
Well, you know what? Keep looking around, and I'm going to go track him down, and then we'll get back in touch with you, okay?
Great. Thank you
see you
so
in just
much.
a little bit.
Sure.
So we have a lovely lady here. She made us an offer for $34,000. No auction right now.
I personally think it's worth more than 34.
Look, I think it's worth more than 34, but if we say no, we're risking the chance of selling it to her for 30. Look, I think it's worth more than 34, but if we say no, we're risking the chance of selling it to her for 30.
I think we need to go to auction with it.
I really
It
do.
needs to be somewhere between $35,000 and $40,000. I mean, she's close, but here's the deal. If she's willing to go with 34 right now, she'll go with 35.
I'm with you. I think it deserves to see the auction. So we molded over quite a bit, and we are flattered and ecstatic about the offer.
Really do appreciate the offer.
I think we both would love to see you land this house, but we really want to give it the opportunity to go to auction.
That's totally understandable.
Like, no hard feelings.
No, none at all. I just wanted to throw it out
And at the end of the day, you know, maybe we made the wrong decision. You walk with us. Absolutely.
Hey, you may end up buying it for less. Who knows?
Right?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right,
Definitely.
we'll see you
Nice to
soon.
meet you too. All right. See you out there.
Are we ready to go?
We're ready, but there's a little bit of an interesting situation.
Okay.
I had a woman that's already made us an offer on this.
Okay.
And she's staying for the auction.
She's going to stay for the auction, so I take it you didn't take the offer.
Well, I mean, heck, we already got all these people out here.
What did she say she would pay?
Was it 34?
34.
Okay, $34,000. We want to see if anybody else has got more money than her.
Right,
I mean, are y'all up for that?
Absolutely.
If it don't get any higher, we'll sell it. And I want to tell you what, hopefully we can get more money than what she's offered. Y'all okay with that?
Rock and roll.
Let's sell a house.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Good deal.
Auction time, auction time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's auction time. All right, let's do it.
They look excited.
I hope their pocket looks excited. First $20,000 right here. I'll take it. Hey, 20 now, 22 and a half. Hey, 22 and a half now, 25.
It's jumping up there pretty quick.
7 and a half would have been 7 and a half and now 30.
She wants it. She's got
over $30,000. Hey, now to 31 right there. 31. I'm going to take that. Hey, 31 and 32. $32,000 now. 33. 32 and a 33 would have been about 30.
She might be fixing to make $2,000 on this.
33 now 4. Hey, 33 and a 4 would have been 4. Now 5 would have been about 5. If it ain't, I'm going to be about 30. It ain't no 30.
Hey, you see who the boss is over there?
36. Hey, 36,000. Hey, 36. Thank you, ma'am. Now 37. Ain't I'm going to be about 36. 37 and 38,000. 38 now 39. Now 41 times. 39,000. 39,000. 39. I think you would. 39,000. Now 40,000. Hey, now I'm going to be about 40. Hey, 40,000. 40,000. If you do it one more time, sir, I think you might just get to buy this house here today. Hey, 40,000. 40,000. 40,000. 40,000. I'm going to take your bid at 39.5. 39.5 and now 40,000. Hey, 40 would have been about 40. 40,000 would have been about 40. Would have been about 40. Hey, 40,000. 40,000. Hammers out. We're going to sell it 40,000. Last chance 40,000. You say no and I say sold. $39,500 sold. $39,500.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Absolutely. Casey,
I'm so glad you have so much persuasion over this man.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
I know that you love it. I can tell. So you guys go enjoy it, and congratulations.
Thank you so
Where
much.
y'all moving it to?
We're going to be moving it out to Millsap.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I believe we can get there with it. All right.
One. I love it.
We're looking for a house today to put out on our lake lot so we can have some family retreat time. I think the best room of all. What is this? Is that storage?
Oh, look.
I don't know if I caught that the first time. Perfect. It's going to be something that we can meet as a family, have reunions at, and sleepovers, campouts, things like that. I think the grandkids are going to be excited too. I can't wait to tell them. This is amazing.
Casey and Katrina spent nearly 30 grand on their barn. A sale price of $39,500 has them bringing home the bacon with a profit of nearly 10 grand. Gary's girls weren't as lucky, digging themselves a $2,200 hole.
Congratulations!
It turned out so good.
We love it. I'm proud of it.
Whatever happened to the house that you guys called me to move?
Y'all didn't hear what happened? They bulldozed the house.
Kidding me?
No.
Yeah, there's no more house.
Stop
Wow.
it.
That is terrible.
Talk about learning the hard way.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of the beast. Heck, it's happened to me before.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
Well, it won't happen again.
Yeah.
right.
You know, it's kind of hot out here. Let's
Yeah.
go inside.
Come on, let's
it's
do it.
nice and cool in there.
Take it.
Yes.
Ladies first.
Thank you, sir. Oh my gosh, I love the floor.